You got me running, shake it, shake it, shake it, baby. Raise your hands up, raise them up.
All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Forex Trading Asia Daily Currency Call, episode 311. It's the 14th of June today, 11 a.m. in Singapore, GMT +8. All right, so this is the currency call where you will get market economic updates, key support resistance levels, trade ideas, and more. So this currency call is going to be very beneficial to both the long-term investors and short-term traders. Here we will be going through what could move prices, possible trade ideas, and also highlighting potential targets and risk. So a disclaimer here, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. Okay, so today's currency in focus is Aussie and Kiwi. So if I'm not wrong, it is a bank holiday today in Australia. But we do have some high impact news coming up this week for both Aussie and Kiwi. So let's see what our expert panel have to share today with regards to the two currencies. But to start things off, let's get Scott Andrews here from Forex Briefcase Australia to share with us on the dollar index. So Scott, take it away.
All right. Hi, everyone, and happy Monday as well. So just to get started, let's bring up the DXY chart thanks to Sam Trade. And what I will do here as well is I'm just going to make sure that the annotations are disabled as well. So just give me one moment here. More. All right. So that's all sorted now. All right. US dollar Friday night. And it was a bit of a delayed effect. So we saw it actually move a little bit higher as well. So it tested just over 90.50. And what I'll do now is I've got the daily chart here just to give a little bit of context to what we saw. So we've actually seen the market open with some US dollar strength as well, just to start the week off with. And it was interesting. We'll go to the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, what we saw on Thursday was really a bit of a priced in movement, really, with inflation going above expectations, but really the market wasn't too stressed about that. And then on Friday, we saw a lot of strength come in. We saw really the major currencies weaken against the US dollar as well. So we've got quite a lot of opportunities here as well in regards to some breakouts that are present with the USD CAD, also Euro US dollar, Aussie dollar as well. What I'm watching here for is we do have a lot of news coming out for the US dollar. So today, I see this as more of an information gathering opportunity for the price action. So what I'd love to see is just a little bit of stability here. We don't want to see a huge breakout, because typically what will happen is that's going to really be brought back to the mean. And what I mean by that, if you see a big candle print, typically you'll see what we saw here. So this was the NFP result. We saw it, shoot back down. It was there was just a lot of volatility. So we'll see what price action wants to do here. We've got for today, there's not a lot out for the US dollar. I've got here retail sales month on month are out tomorrow night at 20:30 GMT +8 time. Then Wednesday, we've got some building permit numbers out for May, and that's again released at 20:30 in the evening. And then on Thursday, we've got the FOMC meeting minutes, and we've also got the FOMC statement. Now that's Thursday morning at 2 in the morning, GMT +8 time. And then we've got FOMC economic projections at 2:30 in the morning on Thursday. So today, I most likely anticipate pretty flat trading conditions, but it's almost looking like it's testing for a breakout here potentially. So what I am going to watch for is if price action can push over 90.50 and come back for a retest. So, and we want to wait on the news, especially the FOMC minutes, and the commentary about what they're doing with quantitative easing. So I'm standing by, but that's my plan. I'd love to see a little bit of a breakout. It fakes out the market. We might go to 90, 50, 5 or so, or even a little bit higher. Wait for price to come back, and then we've got the catalysts in the pipeline there, which could see a bullish move for the US dollar. So those are my thoughts right now. But we've seen it test before and then come back down. So I'm going to show some caution. I'm not going to get too eager, and we'll just wait to see what the FOMC has to say about quantitative easing for now, guys.
Okay, thanks for that, Scott. Right now, okay, for the currency in focus today, we have Jindal Tai, founder of LCMS Traders, a multi-million-dollar trader trading an account with more than US $15 million on a daily basis. All right, Jin, I'll pass the time to you now for the dollar index.
For the Aussie and the Kiwi dollar, today being Monday, let's cut you there. Let's look at what could happen for the Aussie and the Kiwi dollar. Before we look into that, looking into the news that could drive prices higher or possibly quite a bit lower here. ForexTradingAsia.com, looking at the economic calendar, as Scott has highlighted and as Chinwei has highlighted, it is going to be a bit of a quiet day today on Monday, with Australia being on holiday with the Queen's birthday and most of China being away for the Dragon Boat Festival. Why did I mention China? Is because of that trading relationship between Australia and China. Despite the differences right now or ongoing, that's still that trade relationship. So possibly going to see a little bit quieter period for today. With that said, there's also not that many news that are going to be released. But all that aside, pay attention to Tuesday, where we have the Aussie RBA meeting minutes. We've seen that the RBA meeting didn't come up with too big of a surprise. So the meeting minutes at this point might not actually be pushing prices too much in either direction. Following from that, we have US. So as you pay attention to Aussie and Kiwi dollar news, you want to pay attention to the US dollar news as well. We have retail sales numbers coming from the US on Tuesday. Was it on Tuesday? On Tuesday, looking to go from, retail sales number for the US looking to go from 0% to a minus 0.8%. So in this case, looks like we might be expecting some bad news coming from the US. If you are thinking now on Tuesday evening, we're going to see some bad news coming from the US, we might see some bounce back on the US dollar, possibly towards some short-term weakness coming from the US dollar. Core retail sales, on the other hand, looking to go from minus 0.8 to a plus 0.4%. So a bit of a mixed news here, but generally, retail sales number gives you an indication of the confidence in the market, of the consumer confidence, which drives the overall GDP in the economy. So quite a key number to pay attention to. If it does come out at a minus 0.8 or minus 1%, we could actually see some significant downside on the US dollar. Global dairy trade price index looking at a minus 0.9%. In this case, again, not very good news for the New Zealand dollar. Following on from that, on Tuesday, not a lot of other news that I'll pay attention to in particular for the Aussie or the Kiwi dollar. On Thursday, as we've been talking about and looking forward to, the FOMC statement, rate decision, meeting minutes, economic projections. This is the one you want to pay attention to, which could move prices quite significantly. At this point, anticipation is still that they're not going to do anything, but it is in a statement. It is in the press conference that's going to follow, whether they're going to say anything. Oh wait, there's no press conference. In a statement of whether they're going to say anything to push their intent whether they're looking to continue stimulus or to increase or to change their current approach. So pay attention to what could be said during the statement that could actually signal further US dollar. In this case, I think it'll be further US dollar strength coming around. And then we have, well, following on from that, New Zealand GDP numbers looking to go from minus 0.1% to a 0.5. Possibly quite good news on a quarter-on-quarter basis for the New Zealand GDP number. And then Aussie employment change, a big turnaround from a minus 30.6K to a positive 30K. So a big turnaround in terms of employment change for the Australia dollar, Aussie side. This could signal quite a good upward tick in the Aussie dollar. Unemployment rate staying at a 5.5%. So you can see that it's possibly going to be a little bit quiet from today, tomorrow, setting up for Wednesday and Thursday, where we're going to see quite a lot of volatility coming not just for the Aussie dollar, but across the board as we see US FOMC news, we see Aussie and New Zealand news, we see Swiss Bank having their rates decision, the Euro CPI numbers being released on Thursday as well. And then following on from that, Friday morning, we have the Bank of Japan with their rate decision and monetary policy statements. And then we have all the retail sales number coming from the UK. All right, so a lot of volatility possibly coming around for the end part of the week, starting from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday onwards. What this means is that looking at the charts here, the way it is setting up gives you that opportunity to possibly take some good advantage of the market. We saw that US dollar strength, as Scott was sharing with you, US dollar strength brought the Aussie dollar down with a very nice pin bar at about that 7753 level. We saw that pin bar testing that resistance or that zone before turning back down at 7700 now. I think that as an adjustment, we might actually see the Aussie dollar sit across and possibly test a little bit higher. Sit across and possibly test a little bit higher towards the 7730 resistance level. Not a very big move anticipated, because we don't have much news happening today. Tomorrow, if some meeting minutes being released, but what you're setting up for is the FOMC and the employment numbers coming from the Australian side. With that, we could actually see, if we see a good FOMC news for the US, we could actually see that test lower, right? So from Thursday onwards, we could see that test lower from 7730, looking for selling opportunities, 20 pip stop loss for a good 50 to 60 pip take profit level. You're looking at a 1:3 risk reward ratio towards the downside on the Aussie dollar on the H4 time frame. Looking at the Aussie dollar now, we're looking at the New Zealand dollar. The last time we spoke about the New Zealand dollar, I was saying that it was going to test the 7225 resistance. And if it rejected that level, it possibly come down towards 7167. What actually happened was it tested, rejected, hit that support level and broke significantly below, right? With that said, right now, what I'll bring your attention to is if I zoom out, you can see that at this point, I'll put a line here just to show you, at this point, we've seen it happen once in April. We've seen it happen once in April, way left here. It's hit that level and bounced straight back up. We saw it happen again in May, hit that level, bounced straight back up, came very close again towards the mid of May. We saw it happen again in June, early June, where it's hit that 7121 support level and bounced straight back up. And now it looks like it's hit that level and looks like it's turning back up again. Okay, so for the New Zealand dollar, it looks like it's a repeated pattern that has happened once, twice, three times already. Fourth time might be the charm again. So looking for it to bounce back up, I would not do anything on the New Zealand dollar at this point, because if you're looking to buy it up towards the 7167 resistance, your stop loss might be a 25 pip stop loss for a 25 pip take profit level. I would urge, sit it out, wait for it, let it break above the 7167, let it try to go towards 7225. So with that in mind, with that possibility in mind, you're looking at about a 7175, buying at 7175, stop loss maybe 20 pips, take profit level again at about 40 to 50 pip. You're looking at a 1:2 risk reward ratio towards the upside. This is going to be a likely trade scenario towards the upside if we see bad news coming from the FOMC later in the week. And then on the other hand, if you see good news coming from the FOMC, then you can actually trade the Aussie dollar back down from the 7730 resistance level. So this is the way I like to look at the markets, where I have one piece of news, FOMC being released on Thursday, one big piece of news, FOMC being released on a Thursday. I have multiple trade ideas just based on the different trade scenarios. If it's a good news for the FOMC, expecting a stronger US dollar, I'll be looking at the Aussie dollar. If it's a bad news from the FOMC, looking at a weaker US dollar, then I'll be looking at the New Zealand dollar. This keeps your trade ideas fresh, keeps your opportunities wide, and your chances of taking profit from the market higher.
Okay, thanks for that, Jin. All right, so just a reminder again, any information shared during this session is not intended to be a trade recommendation. It is solely the opinion and views of the speaker. So please remember to do your own analysis prior to entering any trades. All right, so I know many of you here, you are learning how to trade, and it's not easy to self-learn. So why not join a community of traders where you are taught, guided, and coached to be a better and more profitable trader. So right now I'm going to get Daniel here, Daniel Cheong, trading coach at LCMS Traders, to share a little bit about what the LCMS Traders Club how they help traders to trade better. Daniel.
Hi, okay, thanks Jinwei. Yes, LCMS Traders Club, it's there for all the Forex traders. LCMS Traders, we help hundreds of traders, going through completely confused, unprofitable, to understanding the market, how to understand the market, recover losses, and finally be profitable. It's really for everyone who's serious about trading. Now, one of the few things that, let me share here right now on what I'm talking about. So this is the traders, LCMS Traders Club platform that we have. I mean, we have a trading floor here with a market watch list. Trading floor is where we can interact with a lot of the members here, within the coaches or within members itself. We have the market watch list where we help to monitor the market on what is happening. Any questions you may ask on education, we have it there as well. We have signals, and not only from signals itself, we have to learn why we take the signals, so they not only be profitable in signals, but also learn how we trade as well. So most importantly is a lot of people always the weekend ask, how do I prepare? How do I prepare for the day? How do I prepare for the week? One of the few things that we have to prepare for the trading, at least in the LCMS Traders Club, two things. Why? Actually, the information every day we have the market watch list from Monday to Friday and the daily currency analysis. The market watch list here, right? Excuse me. Okay, so we have the market watch list here where we look out. Okay, we will or the daily currency analysis here. We give you a summary of what happened yesterday, what to look out for suggested current trading opportunities. So if you look into here for today, 14th of June, we actually give you lots of analysis looking at it, in the market at a snapshot in the morning. What is the trend? What is probably be going in, and probably looking for a buy opportunity, sell opportunity, and many more ideas as well. Okay. And then not only that, we will today give you a market watch list later on, where we are still looking at the currency right now, where, for example, like this one here, when we look here, we will look at what in the morning, the charts, what suggested idea. If you're busy, you know, you could look at the analysis already, not only what happened in the market, you know, look at what possible actions of buy or sell, what entry level we could be looking at, and what potential profits that we could do. You know, all this is just every day, you know, looking at it to prepare your daily trading time. Now, everything here, it is monitored by the LCMS coaches here. And not only that, how to prepare for what you can make use of the club is we have the 2 live trading sessions every week, twice a week. On Monday, we have a group coaching sessions, which is today at 8 p.m. GMT plus 8. And also, we have a live trading sessions on Wednesday, where we trade together, analyze the market together at 8 p.m. GMT plus 8. Almost just nice for the US market opening. You know, these sessions are where we can guide you through the current market conditions, where we can literally make profits together. And really, this is how we could make use of, where LCMS Traders Club can help you in your trading, especially in Forex market. Jimmy.
All right, thanks for that, Daniel. So I've pasted the links in the chat for the Traders Club. So if you're interested, to go ahead, click on the link and join. We have come to the end of the session today. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the Euro currency call. Thank you and goodbye.